raised voices, the click of a door that shouldn't have been slammed, and then the kind of silence that feels like it will last forever. We almost quit over that sentence.
If you're a gay man who has ever watched an argument turn into a quiet that feels like a room full of knives, this is for you. Today, I want to tell you a story that almost broke us, and then show you the small tools we learned to stop blowing each other up.
Quick trigger note. This episode gets into tense conflict. If there's any threat of violence in your relationship, please pause and prioritize safety first. We're not offering on-the-spot fixes for situations that aren't safe.
Welcome to S&J Pride. I'm Samnang Bradley, storyteller, still learning, and yes, 11 years into choosing the same man every morning. And I'm here to tell you this: arguments don't have to be death sentences for your love.
I'm James. If you've ever feared that a fight could be the end of everything you've built, you're in the right place. Today, we promise a story and a toolkit you can actually try.
Why do fights go dangerous? Because they hit old shame, scarcity thinking, like the idea that there won't be another chance, and the scripts we've learned growing up. Tonight, I'll walk you through 3 memory scenes from one fight, then give you a real-time de-escalation protocol, a repair checklist, and a 1-week experiment to practice. Scene 1. The night it escalated. It was one of those ordinary arguments about nothing and everything. Who had said what 2 weeks earlier, a missed text, an old joke that landed wrong? I remember the way our words stopped being about the thing and became about each other. I said, "Maybe you're not even trying," and the room snapped. He said something I didn't expect. I said something mean back. Voices climbed. I thought of every story I'd been told about what men do when they get angry, and suddenly, I was doing the thing I swore I wouldn't.
Hearing that again is like stepping back into the heat. I remember my chest tightening and wanting to fix it fast, which only made me more defensive. I kept saying, "Just tell me what's wrong," which, looking back, sounded like I was questioning his feelings instead of listening.
That's the truth of it. In the moment, we both reacted from old scripts, mine of self-preservation, his of mistrust, and we ended up in a cycle. The night ended with me packing a pillow in the spare room because I couldn't breathe in our bedroom. I wasn't proud. I was afraid. I remember thinking, I almost gave up. Scene 2. The cold morning. There was a breakfast table set for 2, but only one of us sat. He sat across the hall, looking like someone I barely recognized. Small, shut down, afraid to knock. I made coffee and didn't bring it to him. Instead, I sat on the stairs and felt every rejection I've ever known. Shame wrapped around me like wet clothes. I remember whispering to myself, "You are not worthy of keeping this." I was a mess. I learned this the hard way. Silence can be bigger than words.
From where I sat, grief had its own voice. I thought, maybe this is the end. I lay there and replayed every fight and wondered how we got to a place where our home had separate rooms. That's the hard part, the fear that this argument will stick and become the story of us.
Scene 3. The awkward repair meeting. A week later, we tried to talk. We made rules. No interruptions, no you always or you never, and promise no exits. We sat, both a little stiff, and we practiced one ritual, the re-entry bell. One of us could call time, walk into the next room, breathe for 2 minutes, and the person who paused had to wait, write down feelings, then say one repair sentence when they came back. Felt weird and clumsy at first, like rehearsing adulting, but we were trying.
I remember the first time you hit the stop word. You said, "Hold." The word landed like a soft hand. I paused. We both took 2 minutes in separate rooms. When you came back, you said, "I'm sorry. I was scared and took it out on you." That line, small and honest, changed the tone of everything. What mattered was not perfection, but the effort to not weaponize each other.
And that led us to the toolkit we use now. I'm going to walk you through each piece slowly because these are simple, dignity first moves you can try in low stakes moments before the real fights happen.
Tool 1. The stop word protocol. Pick one short, neutral word you both agree means pause everything. It can't be a word you use in daily conversation. We chose anchor. When either of us says anchor mid-fight, everything stops. No arguing the stop word. You both step away for 2 minutes, breathe, write down one feeling and one need. When you come back, say that feeling and need, and then wait for the other to speak.
Important. Frame it as mutual consent. The stop word is not a weapon. If one partner uses it and the other treats it like avoidance or punishment, the protocol fails. The rule we added is, if the stop word is used, both people honor the pause. Period.
Tool 2. 3 calming lines to use mid-fight when you want to de-escalate. These are not full conversations, they're reset phrases. Use them slowly, without sarcasm. Here they are. I can hear you. I feel hurt, not attacked. Help me understand. Those phrases move the fight from blame to connection. They buy you space to listen instead of escalate.
I'll add, remember tone matters. Saying, I can hear you, like it's a mic drop, won't help. Say it like you mean it. If you're anxious, say it quieter. If you're defensive, slow down. These lines are tiny acts of kindness that keep dignity intact.
Tool 3. The 2-minute timeout ritual with re-entry rule. 2 minutes alone in different rooms. No phone scrolling, just breathing and writing. After 2 minutes, the person who called timeout writes one repair sentence. I am sorry for X. I need Y to feel safe. You come back, share that sentence, and then the other responds with either acknowledgement or a small concrete repair action, like a hug, a 15-minute focused listening session, or scheduling a time to talk with a therapist if needed.
Now, repair and accountability. There's a short script we use after the dust settles. 1 owning line, 1 concrete repair action, and 1 follow-up check. Example, I was wrong to raise my voice. I will sleep in the same bed tonight and text you in the morning to check in. Then a 30-90 accountability checklist. 30 means small gestures for the next month, daily 2-line check-ins. 90 means a deeper check-in at 3 months about patterns and whether therapy or new agreements are needed.
What I learned from that checklist is to make repairs concrete and visible. Saying sorry is important, but actions, like showing up consistently, are the currency of trust. After that argument, we promised small things, nightly check-ins, an agreed stop word, and a weekly 20-minute talk without devices. Those little rituals kept us from sliding back into the default.
I want to give you a 1-week experiment, so this isn't just theory. Day 1, pick your stop word together and agree to honor it. Day 2 and 4, run 2 low-stakes timeouts. Practice the 2-minute ritual when you disagree about errands or a small annoyance. Day 3 through 7, nightly 2-line check-ins. 1 sentence about how you felt that day, 1 sentence about what you noticed in the relationship. Journal shifts. If something triggers big emotion, pause the experiment and use grounding tools. This is practice, not perfection.
And a note on consent and misuse. These scripts are for mutual safety and repair. They are not tools to control your partner or to bury harm. If someone refuses to respect the stop word or uses timeouts to stonewall repeatedly, that pattern needs outside help. We emphasize again, if you are in danger, contact local emergency services or a trusted support network before attempting in-the-moment techniques.
If you're listening and you feel panic rising just thinking about trying this, you're not alone. One of the hardest parts for me was permission. I was afraid that asking for a pause would be seen as weakness. Here's what I remember. Asking for a pause is courage. If you're listening and you feel shame about how you fight, please know your hurt is valid and you can learn different moves.
I hear you. That took courage to listen this far. If you're the partner who's been burned before and you worry about being manipulated by scripts, your caution makes sense. Use these tools with clear agreements, and if patterns persist, reach out for couples therapy. We're not therapists, but we do believe in the power of practice plus professional help when needed.
Gentle professional reminder.
We're two guys sharing what helped us. This podcast doesn't replace therapy. If you experience repeated harm, control, threats, or violence, please reach a trusted professional, local domestic violence hotline, or emergency services. If you need specific resources, check our show notes for hotlines and therapist directories. If you're willing to try one small thing today, DM us or comment "I hear you" on our socials with the stop word you'll try. Tell us one tiny repair you attempted. We read these messages, and your small steps matter to us. It's how the community grows.
And if this episode landed heavy for you, it's okay to pause and come back. Take a breath. You can pick one small move, one sentence, and practice that. Progress isn't dramatic. It's consistent. We're proof of that.
Thank you for being here and practicing bravery with us. You're not alone. We promise to keep choosing each other, and we promise to keep sharing what works so you can try it too.
We're James and Samnang Bradley. This is S&J Pride. If this episode helped, like, subscribe, and share. Tell us one stop word you picked so we can cheer you on. We'll see you next time.